Hello there, my name's Tom Crandall from Gear Mashers. And today I got a cool shoe in. I just got this last week by a company called Altra. They make running shoes. And this particular model is called the TIMP 1.5. It's designed for trail running. And it's actually super cool. Now you'll notice the bottom of the shoe looks a little different than maybe some of the other shoes that you've seen out on the market. It's designed to look sort of like your foot and actually function with your foot when you're running. And the great part about that is when you put your foot in, it actually sort of mimics your foot. And so with the shoe, what I've found, at least with this particular model, is I can go up a half the size and I don't have any issues with my foot sliding around too much or anything like that. So typically I'll wear a 10.5 or 11. I can easily wear an 11 with these. I could probably even push it out to 11.5. Now you might be asking, why would you want to wear a bigger size shoe? Well, when you go running, especially if you're out there running a long time, say you're training for marathons or something like that, and you're out on the trails, your foot can swell up. And when it does, if you have too small a shoe, what ends up happening is your toe jams against the end of your shoe and you end up with what they call black toenail, and then your toenail falls off and it's just not any fun. I've experienced that a few times, so it's not too fun. But going at least a half size usually is good a lot of times for running shoes, unless maybe you're doing racing or something like that where you want to have your shoe really be snug on your foot for more control. I just find that these shoes work great. I can go with a 10.5, I can go with 11, and they feel really good. Now I opted to have them send me out 11, and that works perfect for me. But I did find that you can size up with these shoes and you're not going to have any issue. Now the shoes are designed for trail running, like I said before, and they have what's known as a GaiterTrap on the shoe. So it's a 4-point system where you can actually wear gaiters with the shoes, and Altra sells the gaiters, and you could probably buy some just generic gaiters online. But essentially what the gaiters will do is prevent any debris from going into the shoe. Now the 4-point design means that it hugs the shoe a little bit better than say a 2-point design system, and so that will just help keep more debris out. And so the way it works is they have a little hoop at the front that's one attachment point, and then on the sides of the shoe they have another attachment point, and it's on either side, so it's right here. And then on the back they have this Velcro here that you can attach the 4th point to and just Velcro it back up. So that actually is really cool, and that's sort of unique with this particular shoe. Altra might have other shoes that have that design as well, but I haven't seen too many other running shoes that have that incorporated with the shoe design. Another actually really cool aspect with this shoe is the shoe has this lip at the back. And so what this really helps, or at least when I'm running, is when you're going downhill, it actually gives you a little bit more traction than your typical shoe that would be cut off here. So it just is a nice little add-on to the shoe, and it doesn't affect, for me, it hasn't affected the running ability shoe, but I am a 4-foot runner, so I generally will hit most of the pavement or trail at this part of the shoe rather than on the heel. The laces are actually really nice. They're flat laces, but I found that the lacing system, they don't come undone as easily as maybe some other laces that are round. These flat, whatever the material they're using in there, seems to work. The shoes are actually super breathable, so this all is sort of a mesh type material that's really nice. And then on the bottom of the shoe, the TIMP 1.5, yes, or whatever the rubber is that they're using here, is really nice. Now they have sort of a gimmicky name for the tread. They call it a trail claw, and essentially it actually does have some function. And so when you're running or you're trying to dig in to the dirt, obviously in the trail, the grooves here really help in the rubber that's here helps add traction. So as you're sort of moving your foot across the terrain, it really helps. And then DuraTread is the tread material on the outside that's supposed to last a little bit longer. And to give you an example, I've run in the same shoe here. This is a TMP 1.5. So I have about 100 miles maybe on these guys. And so far, the shoes are holding up really well. I do have some wear at the front of the shoes, so along here, and then on the outside, but not really that much. And I've run on both trail and some pavement with these shoes, so it's pretty good. Usually when I'm running, this is the section, the outside of the shoe, that usually gets worn down pretty fast. And then the front here, just because that's how I run, I'm going to be wearing out the front of the shoe. Usually when I'm running, the back of the shoes are pretty, almost look new. I'm just not really touching them that much. The shoes retail, I think, for $130, which, you know, just shoe prices in general have sort of creeped up and gone past the $100 mark. But if you can get these, I definitely, I don't know, I just think these are amazing shoes. I found the cushioning on them to be almost hookah-like. I mean, not to say that they're overly cushioned, it's just that I was surprised how cushiony they felt. Like when I was when I was running on the pavement, they just felt really natural. And the other thing too, I think with the zero drop, you really feel like you can feel the ground. Some of the shoes, it just feels like you're like a little bit too high off the ground or something, and you just can't feel it as much. But I really have enjoyed testing these out, and I've enjoyed them so much that they're now pretty much my main trail shoe. I really can't see me running in anything else besides these at this point. But really excited. I'll have a review on these to go over a little bit more detail about the shoes themselves. But I think so far I'm really impressed with Altra. I might even have an old video of me like interviewing these guys. What I have here is called the Instinct. It's by Altra. It's a zero drop shoe, which means that from the front to the back, there's no elevation change in the shoe. I know I interviewed them back in like 2015 or maybe 2011 or something like that, when they came to Austin for the running event when they were first starting out, and they just had like one or two shoes. And since then they have a ton of different shoe models, and really enjoy them. So anyway, check them out, Altra TIMP 1.5. Also, please hit the subscribe button. That helps me get products in like these so that I can do reviews like this. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.